How you doing? I'm back. Yes, a quick REM cycle makes a world of difference for me. I don't even know how quick that one was, but it was quick enough to make me feel better. So I'm doing all right. So now we've got a lot on the table. We got the vision of God out there in front of us now, where we need to go and what we need to do and how He wants us to go about it. It's still going to take a lot of hard work, but it sure is a lot clearer path. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it wholeheartedly and with a little dance in our step and a lot of joy. They'll sweat come off the brow. That's not a problem. It's actually not going to be so bad having a little sweat coming off the brow. I need a little bit more than I get, but I'm getting an overhaul. So the rest of y'all, you're going to have to do some exercise. Sorry, perks of my package. it's it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Yes, yes, yes. It is. The the future is so awesome. But I do get a little tell you a little story time, and it's about a loss, and it's a loss here in our little holy city or village, holy village. Um, when I was growing up, one of the things that we did on the weekends as kids was we had a thing called Skateland. Skateland was the thing. Oh man, it'd be open on Friday, Saturday, and then he did. Mr. Wolf would be up there on Sunday afternoon sometimes. Um, he was a school teacher and ran the roller skating rink too. His family owned it, and decorated his house at Christmas like you would not believe, people. You got to look up the history of Mr. Wolf and what he did, his little footprint on this town. He had some decorations, and he also ran that skate land. His family helped him, and those are probably next to the highest memories I have of this town as a child, with my moped in the swimming pool, because the swimming pool was a big one too, but it was seasonal. Skateland, you could go year round. Matter of fact, Skateland was the thing when winter hit. Oh man, I remember there was a line outside that door every Friday and Saturday night. His opening time, and he'd show up and climb out of his car, and he'd walk up the sidewalk, and all the kids are like, "Hey, Mr. Wolf, how you doing, Mr. Wolf?" He says, "Okay, kids, give me a few minutes. I'll have the door open here for you in a minute." And he'd go on in there and do his thing and get himself set up, lights on and everything, and then he'd open the doors, and we'd all go in, pay the fee, and get our skates, and fast as we could, put them on and get out there on the floor. And he always had some of the best music. Same stuff every weekend. He'd get a new record or a new 45 here or there, but we didn't care. It was just fun. And hell, times he even got on his skates and came out there on the floor with us. He was a good skater. He was. And we would burn up a lot of calories in that night. And, oh man, we had a thing called Moonlight Skate. Oh, yeah, that's when he turned the lights off and the little globe in the center started just a disco lights going around in the center. And that was when you had to go ask somebody for a skate, and you just grab her hand and skate around till the song was over. Oh, man, those were fun. Those were fun. And then he'd bring out the, uh, oh, I can't remember what you call it. You know, that stick on dude where you limbo on skates. And then he would just, he'd put it at a certain height, and everybody made it through. You're good. Lowered it a little bit more. Everyone made it through. Good, you're in. And get it down to the last person. I never really did too big. I'm kind of big. And low to the ground is not my expertise. Even on roller skates, it was not mine. But we did have some kids, I'm telling you, dude, it was like, wow, how did she get that low? And yeah, they even had roller hockey where he had teams up there and they'd play hockey. My mom and dad would never let me do that. I, yeah, never did get to try that one. I wanted to, but the minute I asked my mama, it was like, no, mom, here's a no. A month later, no. There was just some things that she was a bear about. She was a bear. It was like, no, boy, don't you ask me that again. She was cool with me going there on Friday and Saturday night skating, because actually it turned out her and my dad actually went back there. Skateland had been around for a while, turned out. But it isn't no more. The building was really rough. I think they're trying to make apartments or something out of it now. But it is what it was. And, it's a shame when you lose something like that in your village, because money. It was always about money. Um, if they couldn't make money at it, um, yeah, it wasn't worth keeping. But we're going to change that. We're going to find ways that all these events and things that we're planning for the villages will have that money. And it's going to come from our tithe money. And that's why it's going to be important that everybody, it's voluntary, but if you put your 10% in of your salary, your village will have some money to work with. And then it comes with hands. Who's got some hands to help out with this? And he's saying that if we, each take care of our village like we're supposed to, we'll have them up and in perfect shape in no time, and surplus money. It's just, we're going to have to put our tithe in. And that's what the tithe is really going to be about. Things in your village that the city leader says, yeah, we want that. Yeah, we're going to put this money towards that, or we're paying for that program, or we're, scouts, that needs to be done. Yeah, we can do it without wasting money. We don't have to have gold-plated brass badges for the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts or what have you. We can be smart about it too. But on the other hand, if they need it, we can do it. The money will be there. And that's one of those things that we're going to be changing in villages everywhere in the world. A lot of villages have nothing. The idea of having a park with toys is oblivious to them. The idea of having a campsite for recreation is oblivious. The walking trails, pet parks. Um, so many things that we have that we kind of take for granted that the rest of the world does not have. And so, balancing this out is going to take a few minutes because he really does want us to work on the worst first. There needs to be a park in every village, a place for kids to go that they can play on toys safely. There needs to be recreational areas near every village so that people can go on picnics and get to experience life outside of their house. You know, it's going to take us a minute to get skate lands all around the world, okay? And I'm okay with us not having one because the rest of the world, they deserve at least a park first. I would love to have them build us a skate land, start on it January 1st. But yeah, I would rather make sure that at least every village had a park first in the world. And so as we move forward through this, guys, we're going to have to make sure that the bottom of the barrel gets its leaks fixed first. We can't fill the barrel with leaks. And everyone needs to be treated equally in order for us to fill the barrel. So we'll start in them leaks at the bottom and we'll be working up to them. And, there's still things that we can do. And once the crews and everything are in place and they're making it happen in those places, and we still have more hands, then we can continue on. But yeah, it's going to take a minute to figure out exactly, in each country, who doesn't have a park. Or if they do have a park, is it really a safe park or is it just a piece of poo? It is going to be every country for themselves in the beginning or as we go forward. But that doesn't mean that, we get all the parks here in the United States and we're sitting pretty good and these guys could use some hands. Shoot, yeah, we'll send them some hands. They'll have to pay them. But we're going to, we can't fill this barrel without fixing the leaks as we go up. And everywhere in the world that it leaks, we got to take care of that leak first before we go any higher. Eventually, we'll have a full barrel and no leaks. I hope that happens in the 7 years. He says it will. I have to admit that I can't even really conceive the fact of the whole world working together to fix the leaks. I have a feeling that's going to be quite the mighty force. And he does bring back the example of what it was like here in America when it came to war. When we really got our backs against the wall and it was time to build some military equipment, we really rocked. And we organized like mankind had never done before. Um, we might outdo that. And we made quite the transformation in just a few years. Um, I have a feeling that we'll blow that record right out of the water. And and imagine it's going to be about parks instead of tanks. I think it's going to be a little bit more fun. And it's going to be so much more rewarding. That's the pep talk you want me to give, and to let everybody know that that's our goals. And yeah, Muscatine can go without a skate land for a while yet. That's not a problem. I'd rather make sure everybody had a park first. So we'll get one. We'll get one. Matter of fact, we'll probably get a lot more other cool stuff. But I want them kids to have parks first. That makes my heart well, and I'm sure it will yours too. So, patience, people. These changes are not going to happen overnight. Your neighborhoods and your villages are going to have certain demands on them. So we're going to have to just leave it to the big boys to tell us what needs to get done and what needs to be worked on first and who gets what first. And just know that we're filling the barrel. All right. But we got to get them leaks at the bottom of the barrel first. We'll never get it full without them being sealed up first. So, all right, give them time to get the bottom of that barrel sealed up. And then we can start filling her. All right, before you know it, we'll be full of love. Anyway, I'm going to get back to some music, and I'm sure I got some more to talk about. I just got my little power nap, so I love to talk, you know. What are you going to do? Best part about it is you guys, you can turn me off, but I can definitely keep on talking. It doesn't matter. I keep coming. Keep coming. I'll talk to you here in a few.